My name is Restek and welcome to this commentary about my personal biggest disappointment in video games in 2014, so last year. And what I'm talking about is the situation surrounding Wolfenstein: The New Order here in Germany. What I mean by situation is pretty simple. Instead of releasing the international version just like pretty much everywhere else in the world, Germany gets a censored version for every game that has Nazi symbolism in it, like swastikas and the Iron Cross, etc. These images, these symbols are getting censored in the German versions, so they can be sold. Otherwise, the selling of these versions would be prohibited by law. Now, the problem with the Wolfenstein: The New Order is that Bethesda, for some reason, the publisher of The New Order, decided to straight out block any German IP from registering and starting/playing the game. Now, this only concerns the PC/Steam version. Console versions are completely free of this block/lock and are also free to import the international version and play that. But as I said, the problem here is that the international version is, you're not able to play the international version here in Germany as long as you're not using any sort of virtual private network client to circumvent the lock. And that's pretty much the only reason I still haven't played or bought and played Wolfenstein: The New Order, as I am not interested at all in the German/censored version of The New Order. And I'm not interested in any kind of censored games, to be honest. For example, I own a British or an English copy of Wolfenstein from 2009. I imported this version from Great Britain simply for the reason that the game itself was heavily censored here in Germany. Not only did they change all kinds of Nazi symbols, but they also changed the text to a more, let's say, unrealistic version. Just as an example, in Wolfenstein from 2009, one of the characters is a German general, and in the original version it says general and then his name, and in the German version it says Alpha Wolf. All kinds of mentions of any normal rank in the in the German army from then has been changed to something about like a wolf or anything else in that direction. It's not a normal rank anymore. It's something thought up. It's not based on the Nazi regime from the Second World War from the 1950s. And in my opinion, that is wrong. Of course, it is prohibited by law to sell these international versions in Germany, and of course that is the reason why here in Germany we get censored versions of such games. And The New Order is no exception to this. The German version, for example, you are not fighting Nazis, you are fighting the regime, the regime, and any kind of symbols that are, for example, the swastika or Iron Cross, are changed to a made-up symbol to sort of still give the overall atmosphere, but for me personally that's just not there. Another problem is also that the German version doesn't allow the game to be played in English synchronization and even English text. If you buy the game here in Germany, you get the complete full German package. Censored game, German voiceovers, German text. And for me that's just a no-go at all. I mean, I'm not interested in playing this version of a game. I play all my video games in English. I play them with their English or original synchronization, and same goes for me personally with movies, although that depends if I'm watching it with someone else and they want to watch it in English, that's okay too. But me personally, I prefer to watch the movies in their original synchronization, and the same goes for games. And the reason, as I've said in the beginning, the Wolfenstein: The New Order, or the situation around Wolfenstein: The New Order it's my most disappointing thing in 2014 in video games is for the simple reason that I mean, I could use a virtual private network client to circumvent the region lock, but for me personally, that's just not something I want to do. It's also actually prohibited by the Steam user, the user agreement. And while I don't think there have been any cases of users getting banned because they used a virtual private network to maybe activate a game or play a game, I don't want to risk it, and I don't want to give a publisher like Bethesda my money if that is the way they're going to treat pretty much me. I'm a normal customer like anyone else. I was actually really looking forward to New Order, and I was planning to buy the game as soon as it came out, depending on the reviews, of course. But that's just not possible anymore. Pretty much they took this decision from me by giving out the information that they would region lock the game international version here in Germany, and that is the reason why this is the most disappointing thing in video games for me from last year. And it actually saddens me a bit, because from what I hear, from what I read, I haven't watched anything about the game since that information has come to light, but as I said, the game seems to be a very good first-person shooter. For many, it is the game of the year. It would have probably been the game of the year for me if I was able to play it. But guess I never will, unless they decide to release a version without DRM in, I don't know, in many years, when Steam will be going offline, if that is ever going to happen. But at the current moment, this doesn't seem very likely. Anyway, that's my most disappointing thing in video games from last year, from 2014. What's your most disappointing thing in video games from last year? What game has disappointed you the most? And I'm interested. That is a topic I'm interested in, because it allows us to see what we can do better in the future. Anyway, that's it for now. That's it for this commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too boring, and see you around.